Hello everyone. I, Dr. Vinod Kushwaha, Assistant Professor, Department of Physics, Hindustan College of Science and Technology, Faramutra. I hope you all are doing well. Now, I am going to deliver a very interesting topic which is called electromagnetic wave theory. This topic is very important for understanding the basic parameters of electromagnetism. So, in 1864, James Clerk Maxwell explained four basic laws of electromagnetism, that is called Gauss law in electrostatic, Gauss law in magnetism, Ampere's law, and Faraday law. The entire theory of electromagnetic field is condensed into four laws. These laws: interaction of bodies which are magnetic or electrically charged or both, a complete send-off relation giving connection between the charge at rest, which is called electrostatic, charge in motion, which is called current electricity, and electric field and magnetic field, which is called electromagnetism, were derived theoretically and summarized. Four equations by Maxwell is called Maxwell equations. First of all, Maxwell equations are the backbone of electrodynamics. It includes fundamentals, operating principles of all large-scale electromagnetic devices. Which devices? The devices are motor, electronic computer, microprocessor, cyclotron, television, microwaves, radar, transmitting system, etc. So, these fundamentals are supported by electromagnetic theory. Now, I introduce gradient. First, what is gradient? There are two types of quantity. First one is scalar and second one is vector. What is scalar quantity? Which define only magnitude, and vector quantity which define magnitude and direction. This is called vector quantity. So, first one I explain gradient. In scalar, the maximum rate of change of scalar function in space is known as gradient. So, now first one is gradient. What is gradient? In scalar, the maximum rate of change of scalar function in space is called gradient. Gradient. If phi is the function and which coordinate in space x, y and z. So, what is the function of gradient? Then grade phi equal to I times del phi upon del x plus j times del phi upon del y plus k times del phi upon del z. Now the grade phi equal to I times del phi over del x plus j times del phi over del y and k times del phi over del z. And second point is divergence. What is divergence? What is divergence? The divergence of a vector field at any point is defined as the amount of flux per unit volume diverging from that particular point. So what is the definition? First one, the divergence of a vector field at any point is defined as the amount of flux per unit volume diverging from that point. Per unit volume this is the symbol of del and this one is A. A is any function. So the divergence is del means I times del over del x plus j times del over del y plus k times del over del z, and A is the function of I times Ax, j times Ay plus k times Az. Now I dot I equal to 1. So the function is, yes, I dot I equal to 1. So the equation is del times Ax upon del x plus del times Ay upon del y plus del times Az upon del z. This is divergence. And next one, curl. When the current has been flow in the curl connection. So what is curl? The curl of a vector field is defined as maximum line integral of a vector per unit area. So what is curl? Curl is the curl of a vector field. The curl of a vector field is defined as maximum line integral. Maximum line integral of a vector per unit area. Now in the function curl A equal to del, this is the cross product. Cross product is represented by the vector. So A and this function is, this is matrix form, determinant I, j and k del over del x, del over del y and del over del z, and the function of a, this is ax, ay and az. We can solve the determinant form by I times del over del y into az minus del over del z ay, and the function of j, so the line has been left and this line has been left, so j times del over del x az minus del over del z ax, and the function of k, so this row and this row left, so k times del over del x ay minus del over del y ax. So this is the function of curve A. Now we discuss in this segment line integral, surface integral and volume integral one by one. What is line integral? The integration of a vector. This is integration means all current density has been associated in single point. So this is integrate. The integration of a vector along a line or curve is called line integral. Okay. So first, line integral. Now the line integral, the integration of a vector along a line or curve is called line integral. If I explain what is line integral, integration of a vector A is dl. Okay, when dl is the where dl is an element of length along the vector A. dl is an element along the vector, element of length along the vector A. Okay. Now the second step is surface integral. What is surface integral? The integration of a surface drawn in vector field is called surface integral. So next, surface integral. The integration of surface drawn in vector field. The integration of a surface drawn in vector field is called surface integral. If driven expression, so surface integral, double integral and A vector, then ds. ds is the surface area. So ds is intensified element of surface where ds is intensity infinitesimal element of surface. So this is surface area. Many teachers has been explained this is closed surface. Yes, this is surface area. And third one is volume integral. Volume integral. Now the surface integral, closed surface area A dot ds, where ds is infinitesimal element of surface, infinite area of any surface. So this is called surface integral. And third one is volume integral. What is volume integral? If A is a vector function inside a closed surface in space which enclose the volume V, then the integration of a vector A along a volume is called volume integral. So define the expression: integration of three bands, length, breadth and height. This is called volume. So this one is V. And surface integral, this one is S, surface area. So this is closed volume, just one. And A vector into dV, where dV is a element volume in the region of space, where dV is element volume in the region of space. So three basic parameter is required. First one is line integral, second one is surface integral, and third one is volume integral. Now move to curl of a vector field. Now curl of a vector field. What is curl of a vector field? The maximum line integral of a vector calculated per unit area along the boundary of an infinitesimal area of that point, particular point. So this is called curl of a vector field. What is curl? The maximum line integral of a vector calculated per unit area along the boundary of a infinitesimal area of that point. This is called curl of a vector field. Now for a curl of a vector field, I already discussed the definition. The maximum line integral of a vector calculated per unit area along the boundary of an infinitesimal area of at that point. If A is a vector function differentiable at each point, what is the points? X, Y and Z in a region of a vector field. So what is curl A? Curl A, del cross A, and del cross A equal to, this is this determinant factor I, J, K, del over del X, del over del Y and del over del Z. This is the function of AX, AY and AZ. This is called curl A. Now the two important theorem has been elaborated in front of you. First one is Gauss divergence theorem and second one is Stokes theorem. What is Gauss divergence theorem? The surface integral of a normal component of a vector A taken over a closed surface S is equal to volume integral of divergence of A taken over the volume V enclosed Y surface S. So, surface area convert to volume. This is called Gauss divergence theorem. And second one, Stokes theorem, the line integral of a tangential component of a vector A around a closed path forming the periphery of a surface S is equal to surface integral of normal component of vector curl A over the surface S. So, line integral is converted to surface area. This is called Stokes theorem. So, these two theorems is very important for the explaining electromagnetic wave theory. So, one by one I explain Gauss divergence theorem. Now, the Gauss divergence theorem, if surface, this is the definition, if surface integral of normal component of a vector A taken over a closed surface S is equal to volume integral of divergence of A taken over the volume V enclosed Y surface S. So, explain with expression. This is surface area. So, A vector dot ds, this is surface area, equal to volume integral, this is V, divergence A into dV. So, this is called Gauss divergence theorem. Surface area convert. Now, the surface integral A dot ds equal to closed surface volume integral V divergence A into dV. This is triple integral and this is surface area double integral. So, this is Gauss divergence theorem. And next one, Stokes theorem. Now, according to Stokes theorem, the line integral of tangential component of a vector A around a closed path forming the periphery of surface S is equal to surface integral of normal component of curl A over the surface S. Now, given the equation, the closed surface of line integral C A dot dl equal to surface area curl A into ds. This is line integral to surface integral. Now, another point, if closed surface line integral A dot dl equal to closed surface, this is S del cross A into n unit vector into ds. This one is del cross S. In line integral A dot dl equal to closed surface area del cross A into n unit vector into ds, where A is the unit vector outmost drawn normal to the surface ds. Okay, I hope you understand this basic components of electromagnetic theory. Thank you so much.